Good day, ma'am. So we are the fourth presenter. I am Delicada Salitero together with my groupmates Abela GB, Kajinti Christine, Kadosale Edrelin, Narciso Angeline, and Rimar Saicon. So in this video, we are going to discuss our assigned topic, which is canning. Introduction. So canning of meat is a preservation method where fresh meat is processed and sold in airtight containers, allowing it to be stored for extended periods without the need for refrigeration. This technique, developed in the early 19th century, has become an essential practice for ensuring food security, providing convenience, and supporting emergency preparedness. Overview. Preservation method is the process involves placing meat in jars, adding liquid, sealing the jars, and then subjecting them to high temperatures in a pressure canner. So this destroys harmful bacteria and create a vacuum cell that prevents new bacteria from entering. So from the historical background, Nicholas Appert is a French confectioner, is credited with developing the canning process in the early 18th. The method was initially used to preserve food for the military and navy. Over time, canning technology has advanced, making it safer and more efficient, and it has become a common household and commercial practice. The description in canning, so the types of meat which is commonly canned include beef, chicken, pork, and fish. But the choice of meat depends on personal preference and intended use. So, canning methods. So, there are two primary methods in canning. First is raw pack and hot pack. So, in raw pack, placing the raw meat in jars, and while in hot pack, pre-cooking meat before canning. So, safety considerations. Proper canning requires adherence to guidelines to prevent botulism, a potentially fatal foodborne illness. Using a pressure canner is crucial because it reaches the temperatures needed to kill Clostridium botulinum spores. And the significance of canning. So, there are four significance in canning. First is food security. So, canned meat provides a reliable source of protein that can be stored for years, making it invaluable during food shortages or emergencies. Next is convenience. So, canning meat is convenience, which is ready to eat canned meat simplifies meal preparation, saving time and effort. Next, economic value. Canning meat at home can be cost-effective, allowing families to buy meat in bulk and preserve it for future use. The last one is the nutritional benefits. So, properly canned meat retains most of its nutritional value, including protein, vitamins, and minerals, making it a healthy option for long-term storage.
So let's proceed the materials, tools, equipments, ingredients. So materials and ingredients, these are the physical items that will preserve and preserve through canning. So nasa first meat, and this is the type of meats such as beef, chicken, pork, and fish. Let's sa seasoning and spices. So mga flavor enhancer like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and bay leaves. So siya mga types of seasoning. So broth or water. So broth or water liquid used to add moisture to the jar during canning. So vinegar. So vinegar is an optional ingredient that add acidity flavor to the canned meat. Vegetables. Vegetables is optional items like carrots, onions, and celery that can be added for extra flavors. Especially the tools and equipment. So these are the implements and devices used in canning process to ensure it is done safely and effectively. So first is pressure canners. So pressure canners that is essential for safely canning meat as it can reach high temperature necessary to eliminate harmful bacteria. So kaning pressure canner dili ta magluto for sa mga food like sa meat dili pod nga makakontrol ka sa temperature and sa kung pila siya ka oras luto. Ang canning jar is a heat-resistant glass jar such as mason jar that come in various sizes for storing canned goods. So let's proceed to lids and bands. Lids and bands is airtight sealing components for the jars. Lids are available in both single-use and reusable varieties. So a jar lifter, a tool used to handle hot jar safely to prevent burns. And a funnel. Funnel is an aid for transferring meat into jar neatly without spillage. So bubbles remover heat space tool. So to ensure that air bubbles are removed from the jar and correct amount of spaces is left at the top of the jar headspace. So the canning process ensures that the meat is preserved safely and maintains its equal over time. Canning is a method of food preservation that involves passing food in close to extend its shelf life by preventing spoilage.
Tools and equipment. Kitchen scale. To measure meat and ingredients accurately. Second, cutting board and knife for preparing meat and vegetable. Third, mixing bowl for seasoning and mixing meat and other ingredients. Ladle for liquid to jars. Tongs for handling hot items safely. Clean towel and paper towels for wiping jar rims and clean up spills. Timer to ensure accurate processing times. Cooling rack to allow jar to cool evenly and safely.
For process, procedure, and method, preparation first step is sterilize jars. Wash jars, lids, and bands in hot soapy water and sterilize them by boiling for 10 minutes. Second is prepare meat. Cut meat into uniform pieces, cubes, or strips. Trim excess fat and season as desired. If using vegetables, chop them into small pieces. For canning process, packing jars, place a seasoned meat and vegetable if using it into jars, leaving an appropriate headspace, usually 1 to 1.5 inches. Next is adding liquid. Add broth, water, or a mixture of broth and vinegar to cover the meat, maintaining headspace. Next is removing air bubbles. Use a bubble remover tool to release trapped air bubbles by sliding down the inside edge of the jar. So next is sealing jar. Wipe the rims of the jar clean with a damp paper towel, place lids on top, and screw on the bands until the finger trip tight. Next is processing pressure canning. So place jar in a pressure canner, ensuring they are not touching each other. Add the recommended amount of water to the canner based on the manufacturer instruction. Next is processing time. So follow specific guidelines for pressure and time based on the meat type of jar inside. For example, is 75 minutes for pins. Adjust for altitude if necessary. Next is cooling. Allow the canner to cool naturally until the pressure drops to zero. Remove the weight or open petcock. Wait for 10 minutes, then carefully remove the lid. So for the next is post processing. First step is checking seals. After cooling, check the lids are sealed properly. The lid should not be flexed up and down when pressed. If a jar did not seal, refrigerate and use within a few days. Next is labeling and storing label jars with the date and content. Store in a cool, dark place. Properly canned meat can last 1 to 5 years. Product utilization, sample, and commercial products.
So next, we have here the product utilization in the commercial product. We have here the home use. Number 1, long shelf life. Long shelf life is one of the primary advantages of canned meat. When stored properly, canned meat can last for several years, making it an excellent option for emergency food supply. Second, versatility. Canned meat can be used in a variety of dishes such as toast, soups, casseroles, and sandwiches. Number 3, convenience. Ready-to-eat meat can require no additional cooking meal preparation, quick and easy. So next we have here the commercial product, the examples of the commercial products. Examples: brand like Hormel, Keystone, and Levi's offer a range of canned meat products including the chicken, beef, pork, and the ham.
So, for the summary, canning meat is valuable preservation method that allows for long-term storage of meat products without refrigeration. It involves using a pressure canner to process meat and airtight jars, ensuring safety and longevity. The necessary equipment includes a pressure canner, jars, lids, and basic kitchen tools. The process includes preparation, canning, and post-processing steps to ensure a safe and quality product. Canned meat is versatile and convenient, suitable for various recipes and readily available in the commercial market. Overall, it provides a reliable solution for food preservation, enhancing food security and convenience. So, that would be all for our report. Thank you.